Hey Nevada DECA, this is Vihan, your Vice President of Career Development. In just a few weeks, SCDC 2021 is going to begin, and I'm super excited for it. However, as you guys may know, this will be our first ever virtual competition, and to help you guys navigate through that, I've assembled a walkthrough for you today that goes over how you can record and submit your presentations for competition. I'll also go over some major tips for you guys so you can avoid having any major issues on competition day and perform at your best. Let's get into it. Hey Nevada DECA, this is Vihan again. So the first thing you want to do when preparing and recording your video presentation is to create a Zoom account and download the Zoom application. So if you've already done these two steps, you can skip this part, but if you haven't, just follow along. So first thing you want to do is go onto this URL right here, zoom.us, and then you want to click on this orange button that says sign up, it's free. Basically from here, just follow through the steps on creating your account, and you can even link your Google account to Zoom so that the sign up process is much simpler and easier to do. So once you've created your Zoom account, you want to make sure that the app itself is downloaded onto your computer. So what you can do is go onto zoom.us/download, and you will download this first option right here under Zoom Client for Meetings. So click on this download button, go through the installation instructions, and it should be on your computer. From there, just open up the Zoom app. So on my computer, I'll just go into the Windows icon, search up Zoom, hit enter, and you'll be taken to the main dashboard for your Zoom account. Now, if this is your first time downloading the app, it will likely ask you to sign in again, so just use the same credentials, and you'll be here. Now, just click on this orange button that says New Meeting, and hello there, you'll see that a new meeting is created, and then you want to click on Join with Computer Audio. Full screen it, and basically this is going to be your window for recording your Zoom presentation. There's important considerations beforehand. If you are doing a team event, you want to make sure that all of your teammates are on the same call as you. So whoever's a team leader, they'll create the Zoom account, the Zoom meeting, just like I did, and then you're going to go to top left corner here where it says meeting information, click on that, and see this link here, just click copy link, and then just email it or however you want to send it to your teammates so that they can join the call with you. Also, if you're doing a team event, make sure that your Zoom meeting is on gallery view rather than speaker view, as the judges would like to see all of the participants' faces. So I'm on a solo call here, so I don't have that option, but make sure to keep an eye out for that if you're with your partners. Now, before you start filming your video, you want to make sure that your audio is working so that the judges can actually hear you during the recording. So just to make sure that everything is working, you go to the bottom left corner where the mute button is, click that tiny arrow, and hit audio settings. From here, you'll see what your devices are, what your speaker is, what your mic is, and you can test the two out just to make sure that all the sound is working okay. So make sure that's all good, have someone else check it for you if you want, and once it's good, you can just close out of this. Now, before you record your presentation, just make sure that your appearance is all good. Make sure you have a somewhat clear background. You're sitting on the edge of your seat, and you're basically standing up, or I should say your body is up. And then you want to make sure that you make eye contact with your webcam. Don't just look directly at the computer screen because it appears that I'm not making eye contact to you. But the moment I shift my eyes up to the webcam, now it looks like I'm actually making eye contact. And in this case, it's important to maintain that with the judge. So now you have all your things set up. So the way it works with competition is that your roleplay/case studies will be released in advance, and you'll have at least a 2-hour window to record and upload your presentations. So right here, just to give you a little bit of a sample, I have this little roleplay. It's a Principles of Business Management Administration roleplay, and you'll be given a PDF where you'll have the performance indicators here and then the event situation at the bottom. So during those 2 hours, you want to make sure, just like you do for a role play traditionally, is you read the situation, take notes on it, and make sure to structure your presentation around the 4 to 5 performance indicators. Now, the good thing about this virtual format is that you have more time. It's not necessarily on the spot. So this is a great way for you to really think through each of these performance indicators and see how you can explain them thoroughly to your judge, as well as introducing some sort of unique aspect to them to make it stand out. So the first part of your presentation traditionally will be to introduce yourself. So in this situation, I am a human resources specialist at some large company, and basically I'm orienting a new receptionist in the HR department and explaining to them what emotional intelligence is. So just kind of demonstrate how this all works, I'm going to go back to my Zoom window and I'm going to go on the bottom, hit this record button. The moment you hit record, it starts recording, right? So there's not a countdown, to keep an eye out for that. So I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1, record. As you can see, it's starting to record right here. So start introducing yourself. So in this case, I'd be like, hello, my name is Vihan Jain. I am the human resources specialist here at the company, and I'm really happy to be talking to you today. It's great to have a new receptionist in our company, and I'm excited to teach you about all we have to offer. So in today's presentation, I want to discuss to you the importance of emotional intelligence and how that applies to our own corporate culture. So as you can see in that introduction, you want to make sure you're always smiling, maintain your eye contact, and that you're kind of outlining just the general facts about the situation so that everyone knows what is going on. Now, for this situation, I'm going to just quickly go over one of the performance indicators, which is identify desirable personality traits important to business. So I'm going to start this off by saying, as part of this business, as part of the HR department, I should say, it's very important to screen and bring in new hirees into our business who have positive personality traits. The employees make up all the functions of our business. If we ensure that they have certain desirable traits, we can ensure that we output the best quality products for our customers and that we are working at our maximum efficiency. So now what I would like to do is just showcase what some of those traits are. So what I would like to do is share my screen right here, and here we go. So here are a list of some of the desirable personality traits. These include integrity, initiative, passion, cooperation, and adaptability. It's important to have these traits because, first of all, with integrity, initiative, and passion, you want to make sure that your new candidate is really devoted to the job. If someone truly has passion for what they do, if they truly care about performing at their best, then they will make sure that they'll be performing at their best. If they have integrity, they will ensure that they have their own set of personal ethics that they'll follow, that they won't cheat, that they won't lie, that they won't do anything negative about the business behind its back and cause any damage in the long run, not just their fellow employees, but to the business as a whole. It's also important to have initiative. You want to show that you're willing to work hard and that you're willing to go get it. And then of course, in business, you're always working with others, you're always collaborating. So you want to have a cooperative personality trait. And of course, businesses are always changing. Things are changing day by day. So you want to make sure that your employees are adaptable. On the other hand, here are some undesirable traits such as aggression, ignorance, selfishness, being indifferent, and just being plain unreliable. If you have employees exhibit these traits, you can usually identify them through scanning like their resume, their initial application, also especially through their interviews, and that'll kind of give you an indication as to how they might be when they're performing their job. The issue with these undesirable traits is that when these employees exhibit, they contribute to a negative corporate culture that decreases efficiency and even goes against positive working relationships. So not good for the effectiveness of our business in the long run. And ultimately, we need employees who have the desirable traits. Because after all, a happy employee makes a happy customer. We want to have happy customers continue making profit, and happy employees, ones who care about our business, are at the center of that. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So basically, that was just a demo of one of the performance indicators of a role play. So a couple things I just want to go over with you quickly. So you start the performance indicator, you want to introduce the context of it. What is that performance indicator? How does it apply to the situation? And now that we are in a virtual setting, you have a different way of presenting visual aids to your judges. So instead of holding something up with paper like you may have done in the past, you have to use a word processing software, either Microsoft Word or Google Docs, and you want to use that to display certain visual aids. So if you have any visual aid you want to show to your judge for a certain performance indicator or any point during your presentation, what you want to do, as you may have seen earlier, go to the bottom, hit share screen, and then you have the option to share your entire screen. So basically show all your tabs switching or just one specific window that you have open. In this case, I would like to do a specific window, which would be my Word document. So just click on that and then you hit share. And now it shows on the screen and your judge can also see that as well. So that's where you talk about it and you can see the aids I used. Now the important thing to consider, and you'll find this in the competition instructions, is that you cannot use graphs, any images, anything somewhat extravagant, for lack of a better word, that you can just copy and paste onto your doc. You can only use black font, and then you have to just simply use text or basic tables just like the one I have used here. So while that may not seem like a lot of freedom, you also somewhat have the freedom to be creative with it. How can you use a simple color, that simple structure to make the most out of your presentation? So that's what I did here. I tried to change the font type a little bit. I made a little table just to kind of give them something to look at. So what I highly recommend your roleplay and even your case study is to use visual aids to your advantage. Now that you have time to prepare for your role plays, you can specifically plan out what visual aids you want to use in your presentation. So once you're done discussing your visual aids, once you are done bringing it up to your judge, you just want to hit stop share at the top and it'll bring you back to your Zoom window. So now your judge can no longer see it. So as you saw in my presentation earlier, I brought it up, I explained it, I connected it to the situation, and then you move on to next performance indicator. You somewhat go through this process with all your performance indicators, and then you end with some sort of conclusion. You want to thank the judge for their time. You want to wrap up all the things that you've been saying in some sort of neat conclusion, and then you want to leave off on some, I would say, like a big bang, like something special that kind of stands out. And lots of time, members use is like give a business card. So you can create like a one-by-one table on Microsoft Word, for example, and kind of make a simulated business card. Just make sure you don't put any of your personal details there. Okay, so you can see I'm still recording, but now that you're done with your role play, you say, thank you for your time, you smile, you're done. What you want to do is go on the bottom here and hit this button on the right. It says stop recording. Click on that, and you can see the recording stopped, but now it says the recorded file will be converted to MP4 when meeting ends. So basically, you won't see your video yet until you end the meeting. So once you're all done, you're all packed up, whatever, you just click on end, and you hit end meeting for all. And now your meeting ends and you see this window pop up saying convert meeting recording. So now all it's doing is just taking the presentation recorded and turning it into a video. So you're gonna likely record like 10 to 15 minute presentations. So it might take a little bit of time. So you just want to make sure that you're patient right here. So we're just gonna wait for this to be finished. So now you can see that the video is almost done. So let's wait for a moment, 99%. And then once it is done, all of a sudden you'll see that a folder will open up on the bottom of your computer. So you click on that and you'll see this thing here, zoom_0.mp4. It might have a different name, but it'll basically open up that folder. Now if I double click on this, record, you will see that my recording is right here. So you can look it over, just make sure everything is okay. And if you feel that's solid and that's under the time limit, just close out of it. And just for the sake of convenience, what you want to do is rename this video. So what I would like to do is I'll probably just cut this and then I will put it on my computer. Let's see, I will do it on my desktop for now. Okay. And then once you do that, you have the choice of renaming your video. It's totally up to you, it's your choice. And then once you're done with your video, what you want to do is go on to Google Drive. So most likely you'll probably have a Google account, but if not, just go on to google.com. Top right corner, you'll have the option to create your account. So then you'll go on drive.google.com and then you'll make a folder, put it wherever you want to drive, and then you'll click on this button that says new, and then file upload. Next, you will just locate the video that you have. So I will just find mine right here, open. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, the video is uploading. Now you just gotta wait, let it upload, and then we'll see. So as you can see now, the file is almost done uploading. For me, it did take about like 5 minutes, and this was a 4-minute video. So you definitely want to make sure that you have enough time to download and then upload your videos, as you have a 2-hour window overall, and you want to make sure that the entire thing is submitted by then. So now you can see my upload is complete. I'm going to hit close, And then just for convenience, I'm gonna rename this file. So hit rename right here, and I'll just say Role SCDC 2021 Roleplay 1. Hit enter, and then that's it there. So once you've renamed your file, what you want to do is change the viewing permission on your video so that your judges can view it. This is a super important step, as if you do not change these permissions, then your judge will not be able to view your video submission for grading a competition. So what you want to do is right click on this, your video, and then go on to share. So you'll see this right here, and then you go to the bottom and click change to anyone with the link. Previously it was restricted, meaning that only you could see it, but by clicking this button, now you can make sure that anyone who has the link, including your judge, will be able to view the video. So now that you have that, you see this link right here. Click on this button, copy link, and then just hit done. Now you have the link that you're going to use to submit for your competitive event. Now the last step is to go onto the portal for submission. So you'll find the exact link to this on the competition instructions, but this is the page right here. When we get closer to competition, you are going to receive a participant ID and a password from your judge. So once you get that, you're going to log in, and then you're going to have an option where you can click on your event and then paste your link for submission. So unfortunately, we do not have logins at this moment, so I'm not able to demonstrate that step for you. But if you look through the competition instructions that are linked on the Nevada DECA link tree, you'll see clear instructions on how you can upload that. It's pretty intuitive, but just make sure most of all you have that link from your video public. So just to show you what the competition instructions looks like, I'm going to go onto the Nevada DECA link tree right here. The link is linktr.ee/Nevada DECA. And then just click on this button right here. It says competition instructions. And this will take you right here to the PDF. So here it gives you all the main deadlines for your events, main guidelines, a lot of things I've gone over, but more specific things, as well as event specific instructions. And then you'll see the recording instructions here. So if you were confused at any point during this presentation, just make sure to go through these instructions. It's the same stuff. And then you'll see more comprehensive information on how you can submit the link for each of your role plays and events. So yeah, when competition rolls around, make sure you keep this PDF right here handy, because it will tell you everything you need to know to make sure that that you're following the instructions and that things are going smoothly. I hope all of you found this video to be very informative and that you now have a clear understanding of how you can prepare for and submit your presentations. If you guys have any questions along the way up until SCDC, feel free to contact me through Instagram at deca_vihan or through email vpcareerdevelopment@nevadadeca.org. Also, as I mentioned earlier in this video, be sure to check out that competition instructions PDF put on our Nevada DECA link tree to get a full explanation of everything you should be prepared for. You'll definitely want to keep that handy when your competitive event rolls around. I wish you guys the best of luck. I know you guys are going to kill it, and I'll talk to you all later.